Show me receipts. That's what I gotta tell her because she said she lived in the next town from me. No, she does not.
They've been saying that I don't fucking live here, that I'm not from the fucking bayou. Look, that I'm not 15 fucking minutes from y'all.
I will go man up. I got pew. I will man up.
Rogie said that he was gonna pew me for driving by Gypsy's house when I gave Krusty Krab the receipts that she asked for.
Making some very false and serious and false allegations against me. If someone calls me and tells me that their life is in danger, you better believe that I'm rolling with my pew.
There's a clip of Bro Edmund and her and Gypsy came and passed by my job.
Let me tell you that I was out there the other day when I was and we went to like a different port. We'll just say that. Like we ate in Parole, but we went to a store somewhere else, and it took me literally 45 minutes to get there. And that is a real issue.
We made 2 fucking police reports. I went to the freaking parole office, talked to the parole supervisor, a meeting with the assistant DA. 45 minutes after leaving the DA's office, the lieutenant of South Lafourche showed up to my relative's house. The lieutenant then tells my dad, Lifetime wanted to come and film this. What's happening? People need to know about it.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard recently made an announcement to her social media that she would no longer be sharing personal content to her large platforms and that she would be going private on a separate account. Since then, there has been widespread speculation as to why this is, and one of those theories is that Gypsy is actually leaving social media because she was recently reported to her parole officer for a situation involving another local content creator, Ivory Rose Grows Wild, on TikTok.
Y'all, it's Ivory Rose, your woo-woo bestie. What's up, y'all? It's your woo-woo bestie, Ivory Rose, your woo-woo bestie. And y'all, it's Ivory Rose, your woo-woo bestie. And guess what? I got some Gypsy for us.
Some of you may be familiar with Ivory's content, but for those who aren't, Ivory Rose Grows Wild is a content creator that lives locally to Gypsy and her family, and she would post what she calls Gyp Tea on the Bayou. In doing so, she would basically share what the local gossip and rumors were surrounding Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her family. However, as of lately, things have taken a whole new turn and escalated to a level that includes alleged threats, police reports, and a call to Gypsy Rose Blanchard's parole officer. So we're going to go over the situation involving Ivory Rose Grows Wild and how we got to the point that we're at now. Back in October, Christy Blanchard, Gypsy's stepmother, did a live stream with Bri on TikTok. During this live stream, Christy makes a comment about how she doesn't know who Ivory is and that she doesn't live locally to them. And if she does, then she wants to see receipts. Ivory then responds to this in a TikTok video.
Show me the receipts. That's what I gotta tell her because she said she lived in the next town from me. No, she does not. She says a lot of stuff.
If she does, she don't know y'all though. Like,
no one cares.
I don't even know what a treta is. If she don't know what a treta is, then she's not from here.
true.
Good.
And I can't say it out loud what it is because I don't want to give it away. But yeah, Rose Blanchard. I've never seen this girl. I don't know who she is. I don't know who her family is. If I know her family, well, okay.
Oh, Krusty Krab, you so full of shit. Show you what receipts? That where I live? I don't have to tell you where I fucking live. All I said was that I'm 15 to 20 minutes away from y'all house. It don't matter whether I'm in Jefferson Parish, Lafourche Parish, Terrebonne Parish. It don't fucking matter. Either way, I'm 15 to 20 minutes from y'all. And I didn't say you know me. What I said was that I am local to the Bayou communities. Okay, I also work in that area you're living in. I have family that lives there also. And you know who my fucking people are. You and your fucking husband. Y'all know who my people are. Because anyway, you cut it, I'm still fucking local here. And you know my fucking people. And I almost want to spill the beans on my fucking self just to get your reaction. Because let me tell you, your jaw would hit the motherfucking floor.
Shortly after that video, Ivory decides to go live on TikTok and give Christy Blanchard the receipts she was asking for by driving from her home to Gypsy Rose Blanchard's home in an attempt to prove she does in fact live locally.
From my house, on live, started my car up, and we're going on a field trip. Because I'm so fucking tired of them acting like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying, or I'm not from here, or I don't have connections here. I'm fucking showing y'all right the fuck now. She just doesn't want y'all to listen to what I'm fucking saying because it would blow their fucking story out the fucking water. All the history here, everybody knows who these people are. Krusty don't have a good reputation here at all. So she's spinning it around to everybody like everyone in her family loves them. That's fucking not true. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm about to show y'all. I'm so fucking sick of this shit. Come on, share the live, share the live. Y'all wanted all of this proof. Well, here, come on, come get it. We left at 2:19, it's 2:23. And I am driving fast, but whatever. Because I'm fucking pissed, but whatever. What happened? What happened was they've been saying that I don't fucking live here. That I'm not from the fucking bayou. But I just got on fucking live at my house, got in my car, started my fucking car so that y'all can see that I'm actually where I'm fucking at 15 minutes ago. Okay, we passing by or I'm wondering why y'all don't live in that nice ass fucking neighborhood right there. Why? Cause you ain't shit like you acting like you are. What we gonna call you? You a poser. You ain't got shit. Just like everybody else on this fucking bayou. They ain't no different and they don't have more than any, look. These people are pretending like they rule the fucking bayou. I'm fucking bayou queen here, bitch. I'm fucking bayou queen. Oh, hold up. Ooh. I'm pulling up in the driveway. They're having to back up. Okay. I'm pulling up down the street right now.
During this part, Ivory's driving down the street and realizes that she's accidentally passed the house, so she goes down a little further and has to turn around, so I'm gonna skip past this part.
Look. Y'all seen that? But I'm not 15 fucking minutes from y'all. I'm not 15 fucking minutes. Honk. Now, they can shut the fuck up about that shit now. I'm so fucking done with these people. Exactly, and that's where a lot of people, creator-wise, on both sides, is getting their information. I'm so fucking done with these people. So there's your proof that I fucking got at my house and drove to their house. It's 2:28. Exactly. So they can all shut the fuck up and stop saying I'm not from the fucking bayou. You want to see a fucking bayou? Hold up. Look at that bayou. Now, let me pull over so I can see what y'all said. You know what? McDonald's is a good motherfucking spot. Matter of fact, since we all from the bayou and this is how we fucking roll, come catch me. Come catch me. I'm at McDonald's. Come fucking catch me. Come on.
Shortly after that live stream, a man named Rogie, who goes on live panels with Bri, Gypsy's friend, made an alleged threat towards Ivory. Now, for anyone who doesn't know who Rogie is, he goes live with Bri, Gypsy's friend, quite often on TikTok. And I can't confirm this 100%, but from what I've heard other people say, Rogie is friends with, or his wife or girlfriend is friends with, Gypsy's divorce lawyer, Jure. Either that, or his wife or girlfriend works for Gypsy's lawyer, Dre, because I've heard both. So, like Ivory, he does live locally to Gypsy. And Ivory did post a video about the alleged threat, so I'm going to show you that video now.
We got something we need to talk about. Alright, so if you've been following my latest post, you know I've been dropping the fucking tea, alright? And I've been pissing them off, alright? Been pissing them off. I got a clip, okay, of Rogie saying that he was going to pew me for driving by Gypsy's house when Krusty Krab asked me for the receipts and said that I don't live around here. Yeah. He said that he was gonna pew me. So, let me show you on a clip and let's talk about it.
Ivory Rose grows wild. Went and did a drive-by by Gypsy's.
It right home?
No.
I will go man up. I got pew-pews. I will man up. And they will.
Well, Gypsy had actually said that she went and walked to Ace Hardwood. Y'all have
Okay, so this motherfucker, Rogie, said that he was gonna pew me for driving by Gypsy's house when I gave Krusty Krab the receipts that she asked for. She said I didn't live here, so I said okay, got on line, drove by their house, didn't stop, made my point. That motherfucker said he's gonna pew me. Okay, so that group supports a murderer that ended her mama's life, okay? And used an autistic guy to do it. And she claimed everything. He supports her. And he threatened to come pew me. Let me tell you something. Quit fucking DMing my mods and people that talk to me and telling them to tell me that I need to unblock you so you can tell me something. You don't gotta tell me nothing, motherfucker. Nothing. I don't care what you gotta fucking say. You fucked up. You fucked up. You're gonna man up and you're gonna pew me? So you're saying only a man would pew somebody? And it's funny that you calling yourself that you putting yourself in a category of a man, because you're not. You get your fucking ass beat by fucking dudes smaller than you. That's why you hit on women. That's why you running with a group of women coming after other women who are reporting on gyp shit. You gonna find yourself in a situation, because I ain't got people that know who the fuck you are. So I suggest you leave me the fuck alone. This is your last fucking warning. Stop trying to get into contact with me. You have threatened my life. And let's not forget Gypsy's video. Hold on.
Years old. I have a right to stand up for myself if somebody wants to talk shit to me. Now being as I am on parole right now, I can't do that. People got me by the short curlies on that one. But best believe, I won't always be on parole.
Now let's remind everybody that both these motherfuckers are local to me. Okay? They both live in the Bayou communities in Cutoff. Okay? Local to me. We're not states away, okay? We're 15, 20 minutes from each other. What are you gonna do? Gyp shit? When you off parole? Because that sounds like a fucking threat. Because nobody else you got an issue with is fucking local to you but me. So who's that fucking threat for? I'll pull out all your motherfucking short curlies. Don't fucking test me. Fuck around and find out. You gonna learn real quick how us Bayou girls fucking roll. And Rogie, you could fuck around and find out too. Do that coming after women. You don't got no dude friends you could like go hang out with and talk to or something? You gotta be talking on a panel of women all the time, coming after other women who's just reporting the shit that Gyp shit is doing? Y'all that bothered by what I'm doing and what I'm reporting? Am I hitting the nail on the head, motherfuckers? So both of y'all fucked up. Save this video and send it to y'all fucking lawyer.
Now, the clip of that live stream where Rogie made that comment happened the day after Ivory drove past Gypsy's home. Then, on the same day that Ivory posted this video, November 1st, Rogie made his own video in response.
Hey guys, it's time for me to address this with the Ivory Rose Grows Wild Woo Woo Bestie T on the Bayou. She's making some very false and serious and false allegations against me, saying that I threatened to pew her. And she finally showed a clip after 2 or 3 weeks of waiting. She finally showed the clip of me saying what she said I said, and it's nowhere even near what she said I said. I said I would roll with my pew. That's what I said. But let me tell you something. I always have my PP with me if I'm in my vehicle. So let's get that straight. If you're from down the bayou, Ivory, Rose, Girls Wild, everybody carries a pew-pew down the bayou, okay? I've been a proud pew-pew owner since I was 18 years old, and I have never used my pew-pew and don't intend to. Pray to Jesus that I never have to. What I did, if someone calls me and tells me that their life is in danger, you better believe that I'm rolling with my pew-pew. I don't know the whole situation. I do know that, you know, that someone was alone and they felt in danger and someone had to come pick them up, okay? I'm not even gonna, you put into that, your tea on the bayou, you put into that what you want, okay? But then, you know, you go to Walmart, I'm sorry, I said almost said Walmart, McDonald's, acting like a crazy person and asking a pregnant girl and Christy to come fight you in the McDonald's parking lot. There is ways to address all of this while we on here. There is ways to prove you down the bayou without going ride by their house. There's many other ways that you could have proved that you live down the bayou. Still, I don't think, this is my belief, I don't know for sure, but I still don't think you live what we call down the bayou. And I beg of you to stop with the false allegations of you're twisting what was said 1000%, because I believe if anyone, listen to me good, if anyone threatens to pew somebody, they need to have charges filed against them and they need to go to jail. I do not condone that at all. I do not condone going drive by somebody's house and stalk them. I do not condone that at all. What if somebody goes drive by your house? You will flip your lid. Now let's stop this foolishness.
Now, simultaneously to all of this going on between Ivory and Rogie, Bri is also posting TikTok videos attempting to debunk some of the things Ivory posts about.
Yo, I think this creator is starting to maybe lose her mind. So what I'm about to show you is clips from a video this creator posted yesterday claiming to know the DNA results of Gypsy's baby, which is impossible because not even Gypsy has received those results considering she just had it done yesterday. And the only reason I'm even mentioning this is because I'm worried about this girl. Like, she's going insane. Look at this clip.
Yo, I got breaking fucking news. Yo, so, I know there's a lot of talk about that DNA test that she's supposed to have done on Monday. Now, today is Monday, the Monday that they said she was gonna come and go and take that test. Find out who the baby daddy is. Well, guess what? It's been confirmed she already had the motherfucking test. And I know who the fucking baby daddy is. I'm kind of shocked because it isn't who I thought it was. I thought it was Ryan's, but apparently, it's Kim's baby, okay? They already got the fucking results. But I do want to make another statement. Now, from what we're hearing on the bayou, okay, now bayou talk, and y'all know the bayou talk be coming out true. She knew.
No shit.
Who was gonna come out as a father. She knew. Because when she told Ryan that she was pregnant and sent him those tests, that wasn't real. That was fake. Yeah. She sent that to him to get a reaction out of him. And then got with oh boy, Kenny boy, and boom, preggo.
She's crazy.
Needless to say, they already did the test, they already got the results. That girl is sneaky. Sneaky girl. Dirty girl. But Kenny Pappy. You're right, Kenny boy. We know Ryan dodged that bullet. But boy, Kenny boy, he better get ready. Now, remember where you heard it first. You heard it right here from Woo Woo Bestie. Ivory Rose Wild. Don't forget it. Bye, besties. Y'all have a good day.
The weirdest part of all this is like seeing her on live, getting like fake mad about people putting out this information and not crediting her since she was the one who had the results first, even though she doesn't. It's giving weird. I'm gonna post a second video about another reason why I'm concerned about this girl, because I'm being dead honest when I say this. I think her followers need to reach out to her and tell her to unplug or something. I don't know. She just might be losing her mind. Like, look at her like forced fake laughs in there. It's I don't know. It's just so cringe, and it's giving me secondhand embarrassment for her, and I feel bad because she's clearly not doing okay. She has got herself so deep into this crap, and it's just not doing her well. She recently was seen on live going down Gypsy Street recording her house and then going to McDonald's and calling Gypsy out to fight her. Catch me at McDonald's. She said, catch me at McDonald's. How about that? Like, the girl needs help. I'm just saying. Human beings to human beings, get this girl some help.
Then on November 2nd, Ivory goes live with Sir Morbid on YouTube. Rogie ends up joining, explaining his side of the story, and then eventually apologizes to Ivory.
Exact words were that, oh, I'm gonna man up, which means go protect their home, okay? And I said, I got pew-pews. That don't say, just because I got
So what does that
pew-pews,
mean? Explain it to us.
I got pew-pews.
And you said you'd be right over there.
I'd be right over there a day later after she went over there. I remember, Morbid, this was said a day after she went over there. Her going over there was over. This was said a day after. Okay?
What does that have to do with
all I
anything?
said, and y'all showed a little clip it. I said later in that video, if this happens, y'all just got that little clip it. I said later in that video, if this happens again, call me. I will be there in 10 minutes.
Clip about
No,
the
she's the one that talked about the McDonald's.
Yes, did you get it,
No,
Charlotte?
the McAss whooping.
What's wrong with
Where's
driving
that?
past house? I don't understand that. I
She
I don't think I
drove
can
a
pull it
mile
off,
down the
honestly.
okay,
Let me tell
she
y'all.
went-
So
she
when
went to her
after
house.
Hold on one second, Rogie. Ivory's
Oh,
addressing.
of course now she wants to cut me off. Now that I'm about to say exactly
what are you gonna
happened.
say that's so
around the bush
important, Rogie?
anyways. We don't have time for that.
What are you gonna
so
say,
what
Rogie?
happened was after I passed by her house on live to show that I actually was in the Bayou communities and Krusty asked for that receipt. She asked for it. When I was on live, people were reporting my live. I had already left. There was a McDonald's coming up. I pulled over in the McDonald's parking lot. I was seeing all the comments going crazy. My live was getting reported. I pulled over to read the comments, and I called out the people that were reporting my comment. Catch me outside at McDonald's. Come on, y'all big and bad. Come outside at McDonald's. Sent y'all something. I never once mentioned Gypsy or Krusty's name. Not one time when I said that.
And how do you know, Rogie, that Gypsy was even there? What she was?
She wasn't. According to Gypsy, she was at the hardware store.
She was home
Scrooge.
alone. Her family was out of town. She was home alone.
At one point during Morbid's live, they share a clip from a live stream with people on panel who go live with Bri. So it's Rogie, Boston, exposing the Good Wives Network, and Katie, and I'm not sure who's hosting the live stream, but a comment is made to Rogie about how he should just meet Ivory at McDonald's for a McAss whooping and that they should follow her.
And all you do is lie, Ivory Rose. Like, you got one
Don't
thing
talk to
right.
You lied, Pitbull.
Where-
Talk to me.
Shut
You
up.
got one
We're
thing
gonna listen
right.
to this. Shut up, Rogie. We already heard you. Let's listen to this.
Can you hear it? It's only 20 seconds.
Right?
Rogie, why don't you challenge her to meet you at the McDonald's for the McAss whooping, and then when she leaves, have a friend just tail and see how far she got to go. With the girl
Oh
home.
wow, that's scary.
So what you're saying is she's Bayou adjacent.
That's scary.
Oh, Rogie, this is not
That's
good for
really
you.
scary.
She apologized to
Oh.
Ivory Rose, saying, "I'm sorry, I threatened your life" with a pew pew statement.
I didn't threaten her life. I'll apologize for saying what I said, but I didn't threaten anybody's life.
All right, why don't we start with you apologizing for what you said? Go ahead.
Say this. Ivory Rose, if you felt threatened by what I said, I am sorry. But it did not mean to threaten you.
What's a pew pew for? What's it for?
I always have
He's
it.
still not taking
Always
accountability.
have
To
it.
protect Gypsy Rose with a pew pew for someone just passing down a public street. Well, I mean, that is a
Gypsy-
threat.
Oh,
Come on,
okay,
call it what
okay.
it is.
Okay, Ivory. Okay, since you're talking to me, I'm gonna say it, okay? The person didn't know what you was doing. They knew you were there. They
No, I
didn't
don't hear you
know
lie.
if you was there to harm them or not. They didn't know if you had more than one person in the car. They felt in danger. I'm telling you what happened.
For somebody passing
That's
without
pretty funny
pulling in a
because-
driveway or anything. I didn't even pull in a driveway or nothing.
Yeah.
So y'all are pretending that she's a victim to objectify this. That's what you're doing. You're pretending that she's once again a victim from somebody just passing down a public street that did not even pull up in her driveway or go in her yard. So you need to call it for what it is. At least, I mean, god damn.
Rogie, you know that Gypsy's address is public knowledge, right? All you have to do is type in Google their name and their address comes up. Anybody can drive up to that house.
1,000%. And
Well,
I
when
believe
you're-
anybody that is stalking and harassing should have charges filed against
That's
them.
not
Nobody
stalking and
stalks her.
harassing.
That's
not stalking and harassing.
I
No
went
part of
behind the stop at her
Rogie.
house,
Okay.
stay there,
All
sit
right.
there,
Not
and follow
tell
behind the
them
kids,
that?
taking pictures.
Listen,
She drove
listen,
past,
there's many
turned around,
videos.
and left.
Okay, there's many. Okay, you got to put everything together. You got to paint a picture here. Okay, got to paint a whole picture. Okay, it's from past behavior all the way up until her going to the house.
Now, both Ivory and Gypsy and her family took this situation seriously enough to where they both have allegedly filed police reports. And while all of this is happening, Ivory is posting updates to her TikTok account. So in this video, posted on November 6th, Ivory talks about these reports and how she contacted the Parole Board.
Even though it was a pew-pew threat, they treat it indirect threat and a direct threat differently. He did an indirect threat. Therefore, he's not getting in trouble for his indirect threat. Now, Gyp shit. It's your turn. Okay, so I have a clip of Craterface stating that Gyp shit called somebody because her life was in danger by me because I rode down a public street. So she falsely created a situation that was no threat. There was no threat. I never pulled into her driveway, never pulled into her yard, nothing. So she falsely created a situation claiming that she was in danger, her life was in danger, and somebody needed to come get her out. I called the parole officer. I did. Because she's doing the same situation, just like she did with Nick and her mama, creating a false threat that she's in danger and that somebody needs to come and defend her with lethal force. So I called Louisiana Parole. It kept ringing and ringing, the Thibodeau office. Ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. Nobody picked up. There was no recording. Just ringing. I then called parole officer in Missouri. They answered right away. I told them the situation, and they said, oh. And I told them that, we have proof. Okay? We have proof of it. And she sent me to a voicemail, I guess, of this parole officer. It was a woman, and I left a voicemail. This was yesterday. I have yet for somebody to get back in touch with me. They're blaming police departments and stuff, are blaming content creators and people on the internet for blowing her up as big as she is, when they don't know that she had a whole group creating and building up this profile for her, and when she got out, they gave it to her for her to run. They did that. Not other content creators. They did that. We're just reporting on her shit. So, they also made a comment that everybody on the internet is calling and making a complaint on her. They're not taking it serious. They're not taking a pew-pew threat serious because everybody on the internet's calling about stupid shit.
Then on November 9th, Rogie posts a second video about the situation with Ivory.
Hey everybody, here we go again. I was hoping this was gone, but it's not yet. I'm only going to address things that were directly said towards me or that I lied about. And it's 3 specific things, and then I'd like to go over a timeline of events. Alright, when I said, so she's saying that I lied, that she didn't call out Christy and Gypsy at McDonald's when she said, come catch me. Okay? That is true. She did not say Christy and Gypsy's name. But I assumed, just as she was allowed to assume, when I said, I got you, she assumed that I threatened her. So, why is she allowed to assume that I was directing that towards her, when I'm not allowed to assume that she was directing that towards Christy and Gypsy? Double standard. I did not say I didn't contact your mods. I do know there are videos out there, or other people said that I didn't, but I did contact 2 of your mods, and I had a conversation. Neither one of them responded. They just probably deleted the message or deleted me or blocked me, whatever. I knew a person that was connected to you because she said I was talking about you one day and she popped up in the chat, I'm leaving, that's my friend. So I said, oh, let me reach out to her. Because Ivory Rose, you know how we are down the bike. If we have a problem with somebody, we try to go directly to that person and solve that problem. I was trying to contact you so we can have a all conversation. And the person that your friend or acquaintance, whatever, they had a little conversation with me. I have receipts. I'm not gonna show unless I have to, but I have receipts of that conversation. And then actually somebody you know reached out to me and we had a conversation about the situation. Very peaceful, very friendly conversation. It ended with, I'll pass the message. That's what it ended with. Look, I don't want you to think this is a clapback, because it's not. I am just trying to get my side of the story out there, because it is very one-sided, and I feel like you're holding me to a double standard. Okay. Number 3, I never said you wasn't in a Bayou community. I said that what we call down the Bayou, meaning Bayou Lafourche, South Lafourche area, that you wasn't in that area. That's what I said. You can go back and you can watch the video or show your receipt. I'm really not into all this. I got a little upset about a situation, and that's how we ended up here. Okay? And the other thing I'd like to address, if you got this far in the video, is the timeline of events. So this event happened on October 14 or 15. I'm not exactly sure what day, but I know it was either October 14 or 15. Okay? We went on Margaret's panel on November the 2nd. That is a very long lapse of time if you was really endangered or felt like I threatened you in any type of way. That is a long time to wait and try and file a police report. Okay? If someone endangers me or my family, or my wife or kids or anybody, I'm not waiting 2 weeks to report it. You was pressured into that by Margaret's panel and Margaret's people. I get it. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I told you if you felt like I did something unlawful, to go to the police and we would solve this in court. That's all I was telling you. I told you to do it. So like I said, this is not a clapback. I would love for this situation to end. I would never stop being an advocate for Gypsy Rose to live a normal life. She did her crime. She served her time. She is home. She's doing stuff that normal people do. Divorce, separation, new boyfriend, baby on the way. Like, normal people do that shit. It's not unheard of.
Okay, it is on a level where it's really scary. Really, really scary for me. People are now driving past my house, going really, really freaking slow.
These people are taking it too far.
Ivory continues to post update videos about how she's trying to contact Gypsy's parole officer, but no one is calling her back.
Parole. Louisiana parole. Why the fuck do you have your phone lines ringing and ringing and ringing? I don't know if it's because I'm having a call on my lunch break and they just put their phone lines on ringing because they're on their lunch break, or are they turning that shit off because of all the calls they get? I'm not understanding this, okay? I'm like this close from snapping, okay? Because how the fuck can you have all this proof and not a goddamn thing happen? I don't fucking understand it. I have still not received a call back from Missouri. I like my name, my phone number, everything. Some of y'all know that it's getting worse down here, okay? For me. I don't understand it. I really don't. Something has to be done because somebody's gonna end up hurt by and a result of what Gypsy Rose lies about gets people to do for her. I mean, my God.
And then things take an even crazier turn after Bri is heard on a live stream talking about how she and Gypsy drove past Ivory's job.
You idiot. You put you go on live with your fucking work shirt.
What you think gonna happen? Anyways, they try to get my information.
In your car at your house and drove to Gypsy's house. Anybody could follow the directions, of where you lived.
Right. Oh, if she never went from. Let me tell you, girl. Let me tell you that I was out there the other day when I was and we went to like a different part. We'll just say that. Like we ate and cut off, but we went to the store somewhere else, and it took me literally 45 minutes to get there. And that is around where she works. So
that was a clip from Bros Live admitting that her and Gypsy came to my job, okay? Admitting that they went out to eat and cut off and they came where my job was located. All right, so let me show you this next clip of what they say, and then I got something else to follow up after that.
Why does she not remember that she was on a whole live dropping past Gypsy's house? Exactly. On her video, on one, she's like, Gypsy thinks she was in danger because I drove past her house on a public street. And then in the next video, she's like, hi, they've had people driving past my house on a public street. Oh, you don't live on a private street? Because I thought you were just rolling your eyes at Gypsy said, like, be so fucking for real. Nobody's riding in front of your house for one. And if they all riding in front of your house, it's because they live on your street and they're going home. Okay?
And now she's saying something about riding by her job. All you did was, like, you just know where her job is, and you passed by it and you said...
I've seen her work because she wears her work shirt like an idiot on lives. And when me and Gypsy went somewhere and we were driving past, it's like, oh my God, that's the place that's on, woo-woo shirt.
Right.
Her job.
Right.
Like,
right.
That bitch needs to get over herself, Miss Ivory Rose Blues.
Y'all heard that, huh? Now here's some fucking facts. The name that's on my shirt is not the name of the actual company. Okay? That's why I kept wearing my shirt. Because it's not the name of the actual company. And, bro, you're full of fucking shit that you was just passing by and seeing my job and that it was on my shirt. For that reason I just explained. And the fact that the company's job name is not even on the front of the building. There's no sign that says where I work. There's no sign on the building. So what fucking sign did you see, bro? What fucking sign did you see when you passed? There is no fucking sign. You are fucking making up bullshit to make up an excuse, probably to the parole officer, to get out of the fact that you and Gypsy came right by my job.
Then that same day on November 18th, Ivory posts an update video about how she has still not received a call back from Gypsy's parole officer, so she decides to make a drive out there.
So I had to drive all the way to fucking Thibodeau with that shit and demand to talk to the fucking supervisor, the parole supervisor. Told him everything that's been going on, everything. Showed him some videos, so he knows about the last video that was saying Bro and Gypsy came drive by my job. They admitted that. Well, today I got some lovely more proof, and I posted it earlier about how the reason that she gave, basically, her bro, okay, was they just drove by and saw the logo from my shirt on my building from where I work. Okay, now you drove, what you claim, 40 minutes out of the way to go do that from cutoff. Okay, but how did you just drive by when there's no fucking sign on the building? Now I posted a whole video on this, okay? So what excuse do you have now if there's no sign on the door, the building, nowhere's in that vicinity? How did you just pass by and be like, oh, that's Ivory Rose's job? How? If there's no fucking sign, so you couldn't have passed by and said, oh look, you couldn't have. So you're fucking lying. Are you trying to get her to lie to parole again, or did you get her to lie to parole? Okay, because I have videos and pictures to prove that there's no signs anywhere. Okay, so how are you getting out of this one? It's so crazy how you haven't gotten in trouble using other people already. Okay, now got evidence on what you're doing, and to me, a fucking local. I told you I was not the one. You don't fuck with a local around you. What the fuck is wrong with you? So now the evidence of what you're doing to me is insurmountable, and I'm sure y'all don't know what that means, bro, crusty, Egyptian. It means a large amount, a lot. The evidence is insurmountable. What you're doing? Okay, how are you gonna get out of this? Did bro tell you to lie to the parole when you did it? Well, how are you gonna get out of this when I show all those pictures? Yeah. So parole is aware of all of this. I was told that officer was going to call me back. Here we are Monday, okay, another Monday, and I still have not gotten a call from the officer. So what are you going to do when all of this is adding up against you and you can't lie your way out of it now? I told you I was not going to let this go for what y'all are doing. You're dragging people in it to make it seem like I don't live around here. But you ain't got your facts and you ain't giving people the facts right, are you, huh? Because everybody knows everything's 20 minutes away from everything. There's no jobs around me. So I travel from 20 minutes where I said I was located to go to work.
At this point, Ivory has allegedly filed police reports and tried to get in contact with her parole officer. Allegedly, someone from Gypsy's side, she or her family, filed a police report against Ivory. However, Rogie does a live stream with Bri, and during this live, he's talking about how Ivory Rose has said that no law enforcement has contacted her.
Well, I found out today, and I didn't like what I heard. It was, for one, they were supposed to go give her a warning not to do it again. They did her? To the best of my knowledge, she was bragging that she'd never been contacted by a police officer. She was bragging on the live about it. I ain't never been contacted. Ain't nobody ever came to me, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. But the thing about it was, the police officer said that it was very borderline. It's right there on the threshold of a case or not a case. Now they say she does it. Now they say she does it again. It is 100% harassment.
I heard that he did talk to her and he told her that you haven't done anything illegal yet, but you're on thin ice or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because she said
birthday, but maybe they don't know.
I don't know because she said that she's never been. I mean, she might have been lying, but she said on the live that she had never been contacted by a police officer about what I talked about.
Now, what's about Gypsy? About Gypsy?
Yeah, about the report for Gypsy. Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know for sure. I mean, I guess we won't know, but she don't be the only one that knows.
So anyway.
Then on November 19th, Rogie posts this TikTok.
I've debated a long time about making this video, and I don't know, I just feel the need to and try to, believe it or not, it's to try to help a person out and give them some context of what's going on. And somebody that's not even on my side, okay? So everybody was all excited when, like, they thought someone on our side had definitely broken the law. And when you voiced that you went to the police and they said it wasn't a violation of the law, and then you started to try to get Gypsy on petty stuff, that's where they shut down, because they have tried all that petty stuff already. Over 500 reports have been filed, and it's probably even more than that by now. I'm trying to put this into context for you on what's going on. I know you don't want to hear from me. I know you don't want to hear my advice, but you are spiraling and it's starting to look very unhealthy. And as far as the signs, you need to look in your own videos. Please look in your own videos. And they got these big old signs behind you. And one of them, I am not putting a picture out there. I am never gonna dox anyone, put anybody in harm's way. I said I was going to go to Gypsy's house and protect her, and I would still go to Gypsy's house and protect her. I will stand on that 10 toes down. Okay? But in your video, go back and watch some of your videos. You have big signs in the background. And I'm going to tell you what it starts with. It starts with a big C. Okay? Go look. It's behind you. Alright? Now look. Like I said, I thought a long time about not even making this. I know you probably don't even care, but I'm trying. I'm trying to make it make sense for you. Okay?
Now, although law enforcement hadn't spoken to Ivory at that point, in a new video series she uploaded to TikTok, she explains the entire situation from filing the police reports, going to the parole office, and even meeting with the assistant DA, and how a lieutenant came to her father's home and how Lifetime wanted to film all of this. Now, Ivory has all these videos posted on her TikTok account, but I'm going to highlight and show you the most important clips and details. So if you want to know every single little detail, go over to her TikTok page. I'll link it in the description of this video.
I actually made 2 fucking police reports and was calling Parole. Nobody would return my call, and it felt like the police was looking the other way. There was actually some out-of-pocket comments that came from a cop that shouldn't have, and I was advised to actually file a report on the cop. Y'all don't know shit, and you think you do. So because I felt like it was being looked the other way, in fact, this cop called her a victim. Called the schmurderer a victim. And pretty much said that, well, if you make content about her, then this is what you get. So y'all, everything is the content creator's fault. If you're a content creator and you're putting out stuff about GRB, you're at fault automatically. That's why they're not taking none of this stuff serious, because you're put in that category and they don't want to listen to you. So I felt that it was not being taken serious. I went to the freaking parole office, stood at the window for almost 20 minutes, ringing the bell, waiting for somebody to come and help me. Talk to the parole supervisor. In person, there's 2 fucking reports. I had a meeting with the parole supervisor, and then, after I felt like it wasn't being taken serious, and more information came out in DRI's live about what they're doing, and another excuse that they were covering it up, I went and had a meeting with the assistant DA. And we're going to get into that conversation because, y'all, it goes fucking wild. Now, I was going to let the GRB shit go, but then after I left, within 45 minutes of leaving the assistant DA's office, something major happens.
Now, Ivory talks about how she originally was not going to share all of this information on social media, but that she decided she was going to go ahead.
Opinions into account, but I've decided to go ahead and share all of this because people need to know about it. There's some cover-up injustice going on, and it's just some fucked up shit that should not be happening. So where we last left off was in part 4, was where I went and talked to the assistant DA and had a meeting in person. Told them everything that was going on, and I also talked about some out-of-pocket comments. I brought some of it up in part 4. Let's pick up right there. So during that conversation, when I filed the police report before going to the parole supervisor, the cop made some out-of-pocket comments, and I was advised to file a report on them per the assistant DA. She was asking me about my page. She called Jip a victim. Mind you, she's on parole for 2nd-degree murder, but she called her a victim. Said that because you're a content creator and you talk about her, this is what you get. And then she also was asking about my page and said, well, what's your page about? Well, it's Gypsy on the Bayou. It's Bayou Gossip, Bayou Tea. I just share what I hear. It started off as like people locally wanted to share what they was hearing because it is different than what's being said and what's being put out on TV and social media. So I explained it to her as like it ended up being like a Voice of the Bayou page. Like people tell me, I put it out, it's all alleged. I explained it to her. Her response to that was, I'm from the Bayou and that ain't my opinion. That's what she said. And when she said that, I knew exactly what the fuck was happening. This is 2 parishes that we're dealing with, Terrebonne and Lafourche Parish. These are sister parishes. I feel I can't trust anybody in either parish. So the meeting with the DA told her everything about the cop, parole, what was happening, everything. How I even rolled down there, I took accountability. Now, when I told her that she is on social media and told her the situation, her jaw dropped to the floor and made me repeat what I said when I told her that she gets paid and parole has allowed her to be a content creator on social media and she films. They allowed this to be her job. Her jaw hit the floor. She could not fucking believe that. So not everybody was aware that this shit was going on. She told me I was doing the right thing by, making a paper trail, whatnot, yada, yada, yada. Well, I left that office. 45 minutes later, I go to a relative's house and they tell me, all upset, what just happened. So 45 minutes after leaving the DA's office, the lieutenant of South Lafourche showed up to my relative's house wanting to talk to me. Now, I was not there when they showed me. And the officer introduced himself to my father as the lieutenant of Lafourche Parish and gave him his business card. That lieutenant told my father everything that's been going on. Now, let me tell you, I'm not a fucking minor. I'm 35 years old, and I feel like that line was fucking crossed. I'm 35 years old, and what goes on with a 35-year-old has no business being told to my father, who had no idea this was going on. That's really fucked up. And I feel like a line was crossed. That should not have happened. I'm 35. You should have just gave the card to my father and said, have her call me. The lieutenant then tells my dad that Lifetime wanted to come and film this. Wanted to come and film the lieutenant coming to my relative's house, confronting the situation. How fucking dirty is that? Lifetime wanted to film that. That's sick. That's fucking disgusting. They're doing all of this for content, for their show. Now, when I showed up and my dad was telling me all of this, he was so upset. Had no idea this was going on. Didn't know. Just was like in complete shock. Instantly started having chest pains. Now, I was on the phone with another creator who heard this entire conversation, and everybody, me, my family, crying, upset about all of it. The lieutenant also tells my dad that I cannot post about GRB anymore. Why? Everybody else gets to post about her. Some don't even put alleged. But I can't post about her and I put alleged? You telling me I can't? The lieutenant telling me I can't post about GRB? That makes no fucking sense, and that was crossing the line. He then tells my dad that I went down their street and tells him that I'm not allowed to go back down there. Now, y'all, this is a fucking public street. This is a public street. I didn't break any laws. They told me that, okay? So why am I not allowed to go down a public street when I didn't even break the law for GRB? Please make that make sense. Now, I am grateful that the lieutenant said no to Lifetime Production, that they wasn't going to film, because if they would have done that, I probably would have lost my dad that day. My dad, his heart is 70% blocked. If you know anything about it, you know that it's not good. And stress and getting upset can end you. And I probably would have lost my dad that day if they would have said yeah to filming. So I am grateful that he said no. But at the same time, I feel like things were crossed that should not have, and it was done on behalf of GRB. I was going to let the GRB content go because my dad asked. But then after I left, an hour later after that conversation with my dad, all my information got put out. All my private information, my Facebook was deactivated. So you had to do your digging to find this information out on my old job, which was put out with malicious intent, because otherwise, why would you do that? After my information got put out, my dad went into he had to go to the hospital. It was too much. The families are just, it's bad. It's really fucking bad. And we're going to get in, my video's almost over. We're going to get into about the live and why in part 6. But I was asked by my father to make it right because of what was happening and how bad it is. Filed a police report for one incident, filed a second police report for a second incident. Felt like I wasn't being heard in both situations, that I felt like they were looking the other way because it was GRB. I'm doing this because I just feel like this is the only way that I can be heard, is if I put this all out here. The issue about going down her street, he told my dad that I can't go down there no more. My issue with that is it's a public street. I've said from jump that I only went down there because the stepmother asked for the receipts that I was from the Bayou area. And I took accountability in the live that we're going to discuss and said, I should have just did a picture instead. But it wasn't illegal, and it is a public street. But he said I couldn't pass down there. There's no restraining order. There's no cease and desist. There's nothing. Usually a deputy comes out with situations like this and handles that. So the fact that a lieutenant came was weird. I'm grateful that the lieutenant told Lifetime, who wanted to film them confronting. And I am grateful that he said no, but my issue is, do y'all see what's happening here? Lifetime wants to make a fucking show out of this, and in my opinion, are egging it on. Now, I do not want to be a part of that show. I do not want my videos on it. I do not want this situation on it. I don't. So the lieutenant gave my dad his business card and wrote his number on the back and said that I needed to call him the next day between 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. I did that. I screen recorded it for my own protection, and because I know what's happening. And this ain't right. So I screen recorded it. I called twice. I had 1 hour to call a guy. The next day, I called twice and I left a message. I screen recorded that from my group. I'm not going to post it though. So then all my information got put out, and that's where it really cranked up the heat. So family members' names were getting put out there who actually live within walking distance of these people. Okay, so the whole thing about me wanting to put out the fire and smooth it over a little bit is because my dad asked me to. So I did it for him. Nobody gaslit me to do anything. He asked me to smooth it over, so I did that. So I had to do that because of how close everybody is. Everybody knows everybody. I don't want my family members to catch heat from them because I'm hosting Gypsy on the Bayou. So doing a live with Rogie, and I'm gonna call it BRI because I'm not sure if I can say people's names. Did the live for my dad, and I know a lot of people were upset about it, but I still don't regret it because I did it for my family, I did it for my dad, I did it for their safety, and it's not their fault. I'm putting this out.
Now, the live stream that Ivory is mentioning is recently, right around the time that she posted this new series of videos, she did a live stream with Rogie on TikTok, kind of just to try to smooth things over and to stop some of the drama. She said that she basically did this for her father and to try to stop some of the tit for tat and back and forth between she, Rogie, and Bri.
I also said a little clip, and I said, look, also, how we got your name ain't through anybody doxing you. It was, like, a police report was really filed. And, like, but nothing, and I explained to you that I didn't file it, but nothing happened. No law was broke. Like, they said it was borderline.
Same as you.
The cop, yeah, they same as me, yeah. The cop said it was borderline. But a police report was filed.
On me?
Yeah. And I said that in my video to you. The one you didn't see.
Like Gypsy filed the report on me?
Gypsy or Christy, yeah, one of them. Or they at least tried to.
I was just trying to prove that I was from around. like, listen, I know what's up. Like.
Then later on into this live stream, Bri comes up on panel as well to address she and Gypsy driving past Ivory's job.
Just to pass it up, or like I heard that you don't work there anymore, but I didn't go in that direction just to go in that direction. It's because we had to. That's where the place was.
No, they went shopping at home. That is a fact. They went shopping at home.
And there's places nowhere else.
I'm gonna accept what you're saying, and I'm gonna let it go.
Eventually, you will know that is the case. So, but no, I did not. I really didn't. I would never. I think people have interfered with my real life. That's one thing I'm never gonna do. And the people that say I dox, because I know people in your chat were saying that, I've never given away someone's address.
Like, that comment was not meant to say I would go pew anybody. I still stand on that. I just said I was gonna go to Gypsy's house with my pew, right? And you said you never stopped it.
I know.
You never, and then I would.
Didn't sound good. Like,
I'm gonna let you know something. I'm gonna let you know one little piece of tea here. Gypsy got a phone call about that, reminding her that she can't be around pews. So there's your little piece of tea.
However, Ivory has continued to share her story about everything that happened on TikTok. So while several people were concerned that she did this live with Bri and Rogie, and a few people thought that she was going to their side, Ivory insists that that is not the case. She just wanted to stop the back and forth. Towards the end of Ivory's series explaining everything on TikTok, in part 11, she explains how she feels and her opinion on the entire situation.
This whole thing is, look at these content creators. Look at them. They're going crazy over this GRB stuff. And there's GRB trying to live on the best life, claiming she's cyberbullied. That's the show. Makes so much sense why the cops and the parole supervisor had the belief that they had. Content creators, well, you putting out videos about her. This is what I believe as far as what the cops and all of this and looking at the way situation. This is what I believe. I think that they were groomed into thinking that Look what they're doing to GRB. Look, social media is the problem. That's what I believe, that they were groomed by production, by GRB and her stepmother, by PR, by lawyers. So that's why they had I believe, these are my opinions, that's why they treated it the way they did when I was filing 2 reports, the parole supervisor and the parole supervisor in person. So I think that these cops were groomed to believe that this social media is a problem, and they poor her, okay? That's why they reacted that way. That's why they said, well, you're making content about her, so this is what you get. That's why they didn't take it serious, because they're getting thousands of reports from all people online at the parole office. So it looks like everybody that talks about GRB is the problem. Only when I started to kick it up a notch, assistant DA, speaking out on social media, and now creator versus creator drama, one-sided beef. That's great for the show, right? Look, they're even turning on each other. That's what it's gonna be. I tried to end it with Bri and Rogie. My dad. My dad almost had a fucking heart attack because of production wanting to come and film this. This is like ridiculous.
Now, although police reports were filed, it seems that both sides got off with a warning and no formal charges are being pressed. However, even Rogie admitted that Gypsy did get a phone call about this from her parole officer. So could this be the reason, or one of the reasons, that Gypsy decided to take a step back from social media? In my opinion, it very well could be. We know this isn't the first time that Gypsy's left social media, and we we know it's not the first time her parole officer told her to. As we know, Gypsy has been recording for the next season of her show, as well as recording for her audiobook that is set to release on December 13th, in which there is a meet and greet and book signing. So could it be that Gypsy just wanted to take a break from social media as the baby is due in January, or does it have more to do with the situation with Ivory? In my opinion, I feel that it could be both, but I think it's absolutely insane that Lifetime wanted to film this for Gypsy's show. They are currently asking content creators if they're allowed to use their content for their new season, where they are allegedly trying to show how social media is responding to certain aspects of Gypsy's life, more specifically she and Ken's relationship. But to film this entire situation showing up at Ivory's father's front door is just mind-blowing to me. And I think Ivory realizes now that driving by Gypsy Rose Blanchard's house probably wasn't the wisest decision, and that Rogie understands how his comment could be taken as a very real threat. And I think that it's good that they both had a conversation and came to a mutual understanding so that hopefully things don't escalate any further. Now, like I said, Ivory did make a playlist covering this entire situation over on her TikTok account. She does have more videos than what I shared here, so if you'd like to go over and check those out, I will link it in the description of this video. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are about this situation down below in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Please do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up so it pushes it out into the algorithm. And if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.